my name's Kathleen and I'm a public health nurse from Snohomish Health District. I work in the Communicable Disease Surveillance and Response Division, which means we cover all reportable diseases from anthrax to Zika and everything in between for all of Snohomish County. And I am here today to talk with you about foodborne illness, especially in regards to the holiday season, because what goes better with holidays and food than E. coli and salmonella, am I right? But we're actually here to talk about preventing these illnesses because they are very easy to prevent just by working on cross-contamination and, just kind of being mindful while you're preparing the food. And so here to teach you more about that is my colleague Phil and his inflatable turkey. And we are at North Lake Middle School in Lake Stevens, who graciously let us borrow their kitchen. All right, here we go.
Hi, I'm Phil Wyman. I'm a health inspector with the Snohomish Health District. As we move into the holiday season, we thought we'd like to share how to handle your turkey safely so that you don't make yourself sick or your family sick. There's a couple of things about thawing turkeys that you should think about. One is it's a very big, solid piece of meat, and it takes time to thaw. One of the most common mistakes people make is forgetting to thaw it ahead of time. Be sure to check and see how long it needs to thaw for the size turkey you have. And then what you want to do is put it in refrigeration. And we want to make sure that the turkey can't contaminate other foods. So I'm going to use this refrigerator right here. And as you might notice, we have some other foods down here. We want gravity to be our friend, and if I put the turkey up here, it might drip on these foods and contaminate them. So the first thing I'm going to do is move these foods out of the way. Okay, now that I have a nice clear shelf with nothing underneath it, I'm going to grab my turkey. I've placed it in a pan to catch the drips. And as you can see, it's a wonderful turkey. So now I'm going to put it in well ahead of time. We're going to place it right there. Nothing underneath, and let it thaw. The first thing we want to do is move your sanitizing equipment aside and get out some detergent, just regular detergent. You mix with water, be fine. I have a spray bottle I'm going to use here. And I'm going to do this. Now you can do it before you prepare food, and it's also a good thing to do after handling food, so you can clean things up again. And absolutely always clean things after you've handled any raw meat like the turkey. So now we've got a nice clean surface, but this is not good enough. I want to sanitize it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up some sanitizer. This is regular household bleach in a little bucket here. And what I have is a teaspoon. And what I want to do is mix just 1 teaspoon of regular bleach, just that much in there. And I'm going to add about 1 gallon of water. Yeah, that's about right. And then I'm just going to take a nice clean cloth like this and put it in there. Roll up my sleeves. And then just take the towel out, wring it out, and then just wipe your surface. Then one of the things about any type of sanitizer, whether you use bleach or a store-bought spray bottle of some sort, pay attention to the fact that the surface needs to stay wet for a little while. Usually about a minute. It depends on what the directions say on the things. Make sure you also clean up the side, because you probably had splash from your turkey when you're doing things. You want to make sure that's all good. And I'm just going to wipe this around good. And then I'm just going to let it air dry. It's really important to wash produce. We recommend that you actually run water over the produce rather than soaking, so you don't soak it in its own filth. So ideally, you can do this by hand, or if it was like lettuce or something, you can do this with a colander. It's a great way to wash the dirt off into the sink. And of course, your sink should have already been washed, rinsed, and sanitized. So now that I've got nice clean produce, I can start preparing it. And I'm just going to shake it off and put it over to my next spot. Now, I've washed my produce, and the next thing I'm going to do is cut it up the way I want it. And I want to use a clean surface that's been washed, rinsed, and sanitized. You've heard me say that more than once. I also am using a green cutting board simply because it reminds me that this is only for produce. I don't want to ever have any raw meat on this. It's another way of making this safer.
What we're going to do is a little experiment involving glow germ, which basically acts like fake germs that you can see under black light, which is why you will notice the video suddenly getting darker. And so we're doing this to show you why you should not wash your turkey this holiday season. And so keep a lookout for where the germs go.
Oh, we're faking some germs here, and I'm going to put this in the sink, and I'm going to wash it. I do want to notice something. Now that I've handled the raw turkey, my hands are kind of contaminated, kind of scary. But we're going to go ahead and wash the turkey just like a lot of people do. And I'm going to turn on nice warm water so I don't have cold water. And we're going to do this. Now, look at all those germs going down the sink. Wow, I must be doing some good. Let's see what happens. Wow. Seems like there's still a lot of germs on there. I'm not sure that washing really helped that much. It spread them out a lot. Now, the other thing was when you're washing, you get a lot of splatter all over the place. Let's take a look at the sink. I see germs over there, all along here. Wow. They seem to have, oh my goodness, look at, they're on the counter. They've got way over here. I hope you can see this on the screen. So we got germs all the way out here. Imagine this is your home kitchen, and this is where you prepare your produce. You have contaminated that with salmonella and campylobacter and other wonderful things. Probably not something we really want to be doing. Let's see what else happened. So the turkey didn't get that clean. Oh, look at that, I got it on me. And it's all over my hand. My watch is, well, my watch glows, but I got my watch. It's on my sleeves. And how about this? Look at this. These are the handles that I was turning on and off. Now suppose I came along and wanted to wash my hands. Wash my hands, and I go to turn the hand water off, and I'm just getting the stuff right back on my fingers again. So this is a good reason not to wash your turkey. It's real traditional for people to want to literally stuff a turkey with stuffing, and then they open this area up and push things in. Remember what this is. This is the back end of a turkey. This is where the digestion happened. This is where the poo came out. It's rather contaminated in here. And when you take something like your stuffing, let's say this onion, and shove it up in there, you're putting it in a place that's not only highly contaminated, it's also inside the turkey, and it's going to take a lot longer to cook. So we don't recommend cooking stuffing in the turkey. We recommend cooking it separately or on the outside of your pan. I've had our turkey in the oven for a couple hours now, and I want to find out, is it getting close to being ready to eat? Obviously, I don't want to burn my hands. I'm going to wear nice gloves there. Get my turkey out, close the oven, keep that oven nice and hot. And then I'm going to take my gloves off, and I'm going to use a thermometer. We recommend a digital thermometer. This one, turn it that way, there we go. It's kind of cold in here, it's only about 59 degrees. But what I would want to do is check the turkey in a couple different places. One place, unfortunately I can't poke this or we'd have a mess, but I'd go right down here kind of between the thigh and the meat and get a good idea of what the temperature is in there. I would want to do it on the other side. And then we do not recommend you ever stuff the turkey, but if you do, if you are insisting on stuffing a turkey, yes, you want to check up there too.
Remind you this holiday season to please protect yourselves and your family, no matter how hectic it gets, by avoiding cross-contamination and following the tips in this video. Happy holidays and don't get sick!